Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for the 16th of October. So we're pretty much on track, moving higher. We are having resistance at 6,200 as expected, but the US market is now pushing higher, so we should see our market also push higher as well. So the long-term target is closer to the 6,500. Will it get there? I'm not quite sure. All we can do is count the wave structures as we move along. So let's go in and have a look at this particular move through here, just on the 4-hour chart. And we've had a little bit of a bump here, and I'm just assuming at this point that that's all part of wave 4 as an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here. While we're on this chart, I also want to have a look at the mining and the banking sectors as well. So I'll just do that on the TradingLevel's charting program. Now you may remember this here is the XMJ, and I'll just go back over it. We're counting this up here as an impulse wave, as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, then an A and a B and a C, so wave 1 and 2 here, and a nice 5-wave move for wave 3, and then wave 4, and then wave 5 here. So we'd been counting down through here, as you know, so this is actually 5 waves in this section here. And because we had 5 waves here, we were looking for an ABC correction, and then another 5 down into this point here, a little bit more difficult to see, but 1 and 2 and 3 and complicated 4 and down for 5. And then we're looking for an impulse wave to the upside. So the takeaway here is that we do have 5 waves in this sequence here, and then we have a corrective move here. So it means that we should be taking out these highs here, and it's once we move above this little high here as the A, B and C here, as we move above this high here, what that will do, that will actually confirm that this is an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here, making it corrective. So taking out that high here will confirm that it's corrective, and in turn will also confirm that this high will be taken out. The other point that we're looking for here is that we're looking for an impulse wave to the upside. So an impulse wave is a 5-wave structure. So we can look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and going up for wave 5 here. So we will see that move a tad higher, but we'll also see a corrective move come into play as well, something like this here. So you'll see 5 waves up and then a corrective move probably coming in on these around these highs here, I'd imagine. But once that's done and dusted, then we'll see the next impulse wave to the upside. So this is what we're going to be seeing in the materials sector. The mining sector, which is the XMM, this one here is also the same as well. I won't go into the bigger picture. We've been there, but we've been counting this down as an ABC as well, and we're getting this impulse wave here, but the same goes, we need to take out this high here. This number over here, the 4,800, well, the 500 support, the 800 is going to be the resistance, and then the main number that this is all occurring at is the 5,000 here, which is a major trading level. So that sort of takes care of those. We could have a look at the resource sector if I've got it here. The XJR here. It's the same thing here as well. I'm just checking for myself as well, just double checking. Long A wave, B wave and 5 waves down here. So we're also getting that impulse wave occurring here as well for this. So that's good. We'll have a look at the banking sector. So the banking sector, coming back into March here, as I mentioned before, really only has 3 waves to the upside here, making it corrective. It could be counted as wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 over here. But it's probably more likely to be an A wave here, a B wave over here pulling back 61.8%, and then a C wave up through here. So looking for 5 waves in this structure here, so 1 and 2 here, and a third wave coming up, and a fourth wave, and a fifth wave. And we're trading banks up at the moment in this same sort of pattern as well. And with our banks, we're looking to move out. We've taken a bit of percentage profit about here on CBA and ANZ roughly, but we're still looking for higher to move higher here, and this will be also in line with the XJO, the ASX200, and also the S&P 500 as well. It's not like the S&P 500 is in a wave 4 here, and we're looking for 5 waves up to finish at a top. So all the markets will top and turn together pretty much. But yeah, so this market heading higher here for this. So I guess what the takeaway from that little exercise was to say that, well, there's still further to move to the upside here. This particular pattern from wave 4 here going up to wave 5, if I've got it over here somewhere, yeah, I do. This is also in line with the S&P 500 as well. So it's important because they all kind of, they can do their own individual thing, of course, but in a general sense, they kind of move together. So will it move up to the 6,500? Not quite sure about that, but we'll just track it as we go. But it's still overall bullish, so that's helpful for the ETF traders and the longer term traders. The day traders is a different story. I try to accommodate that the best I can, but this market is a tricky little sucker to work. Yeah, let's just go in and have a look at this. So on the 1 hour chart here, I don't really know if this is the right count here for this wave 4 here, but I'm assuming it is. It's in line with this green wave 4 would also be in line with the S&P 500. So yeah, look, I think basically in a nutshell, we're going to be moving from 200 to 300. Okay. We also have to remember too that the 200 here is the old highs over here, so we'll be going into blue sky. So once this resistance is a tested support, because we've had the reaction here from when we first arrived here. We've got the first high above the level, so we can go long above that, but really we want to start building in over here for this. So building in through, these are minor levels, 100, 200 and 300. So between 200 and 300, we can count the Fibonacci numbers as 1, 2, 3, 5, and then 8 here. So the idea really is to move in. To get a small position on the 2 is fine, but then also to build in on 10, 20 and 30 in here, which is all part of subgroup 1, which we tried to do over here, but we didn't get support on top of this group 1 here. And if we do get support on top of group 1, as you may know, then we can move up to the 5 at that point, but we didn't get it that time, so hopefully we'll get it this time as well here. So this should, being also too within the bullish weekly cycle, we should see this be pushing up through the Friday and the Monday and through to Tuesday and so on, and then swing days on Wednesday and Thursday. So we're in a bullish trend to the upside. Yeah, so the idea would just be to look to build in. I mean, there's a bit of a support here on top here for this. We need to keep the stop out of the way, of course. It's only a small situation here. We may see another move in here. I would assume this is wave 1 and 2 here. And then this is all part of a little third wave in here. But we have a long way to go to get up to the 6.3 there. So don't overtrade. But the idea is really just to to build in. So I'll just put that on top of 10 there. So 10, 20 and 30, you want to start stacking some positions into that. Alrighty, I think I'll just, oh no, we should really look at CBA and so on, shouldn't we? So this is CBA here on a tick chart, 100 ticks. So we were long here, we took a bit of profit here. I think we can also go have a small position long again above the 70 if that's going to be the case. It's also possible that this can just be the A wave, the B wave and the C wave to this point here. So that's why you need to wait for that to move up there. But what we can do now with this is move the stop up a little bit higher here. So we'll move that up to just under that low there and put that wave 4 there. And hopefully we'll see this push up into wave 5 here. The reason I've got this as an A and a B and a C wave here is because this first move here is it looks like an A and a B and a C wave, a corrective wave here. So it could certainly terminate here, but based on what I can see in the rest of the markets, we should be heading higher in a 5-wave sequence to the upside for here. So we can start to look to take profit around the around the 72 area there for that. And ANZ is much the same as well. So we'll have a quick look at that. We should look at BHP as well, if that's okay. We've got time to do that. So one thing that we can do here with ANZ is move up here further for this. We took some profit at, well, wherever you could at that point. So we'll just, whoops a daisy, we're looking for 5 waves up into this space. I'll just keep this out of the, I'll just keep it out of the way here because, I'll keep it out of the way because that was the reason for taking profit here. Part profit, we want to take the rest of the profit at 20. So look, if we get a really nice setup here, we'll look to go longer, but we're just looking for 5 waves, 1 and 2, and it's probably 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in here and 5 here. So I think that we've got, this is like a green wave 4 coming in here, and then moving up into this space here. So yeah, we'd want to get a really solid support, and you can see that it can go up to, because the next level up here, major level at 20, then we've got 21, 22 and 23, which is all part of group 1. So this can go up into group 1 here, but we'd still need it to see it sit on here. So, you know, this is part of a setup here. Because we had the first high above the level here, we could have gone long above that, but it didn't pan out. So yeah, we probably get the same over here once this 5 waves finished here. So we'll just keep an eye on that. We'll just take our little piece of the pie and be happy with that. But I do want to have a check out on BHP. So it's a little bit sort of sluggish here, but you know, when we looked at the materials sector, I'll just go back to that materials sector if that's cool. XMJ. So with the XMJ here, we've got this down here as an A and a B and a C wave here. So as I mentioned, taking that top out should take that top out. Of course, this could also get more complicated as well. We could here have an A and a B and a C wave up here, and then a wave C coming down here as well. Just because we've got 3 waves here doesn't mean we go straight up through here. We may get, this is the A wave, a B wave over here and a C wave here, and then move up as well. Because this correction is a little bit small to rebalance this whole move here, this large impulse wave here. So we just need to be mindful of that. But this particular pattern here is the same as BHP's, this 1, 2, 3 here, okay? So that would be this ABC pattern here. Now this is also, this little move up here is not really presenting a nice impulse wave, it's more like 3 waves, so that's alarm bells. And to be, oh yeah, we looked at that, we had 5 waves down there, didn't we? So, but this is the 50-60% retracement level here. So really we could also, as I just mentioned, have this as the A wave over here, B wave over here somewhere, and a C wave over here somewhere. So there's a fair bit going on here for this, but I just introduced that a bit each time, but we were long here, and we're going to bring that stop down under this low here, get it closer to break even here, and we'll just see how we go. We'll have the fingers crossed analysis and buying a little bit of hope, but we do see some nice volume coming in on this bar here as well. I know that's selling volume in here as well, but still, we'll see. We should push up further at that point. We'll get this into another move higher in here. We'll be able to get this into, lock it into profit at that particular point, and we'll see how far we can travel with that. I might just put that in, this ABC, larger ABC here may not be the case, but I think it's just important to look at them all. So, we try to anticipate everything that can come out of the gate. But because we've got three waves here, that means that this can be a triangle pattern coming across here, or a flat correction. So a flat is 3 waves, 3 waves, and 3 waves, but basically staying from that high here to the B wave, and also the wave C here equaling the A wave here. So basically flat across sideways here in that regard. We've got that long trade sitting there. I think we might just pop that down here because we do have a bit of a trend starting now. So we'll just put that in there. We'll also just keep the same stop. So I'll just thicken this stop up to just represent the full stop on all of this here. So that's just a robo entry, buy on stop order, and 1 point above that previous high there. Okay, alrighty, that's it. So thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the weekend. Cheers.